right, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone else, thank you for coming. We are very, very excited to host this event tonight, and it is the brainchild of Adam Albert. So if you want to give him a round of applause. Our team started Venture Cafe in Providence 2.5 years ago when this building opened. I guess it was a little bit less than 2.5 years ago. We opened on August 1st, and we were immediately embraced by the community and so grateful to be here. Innovation Studio, which is our team, is continuing in the Rhode Island area. You'll see us. We'll be out in the community. We'll be literally in the studio. And I'm so excited to bring that next phase of Innovation Studio to all of you. Venture Cafe, as it exists, Thursday gatherings in this space. If this is your first one, please keep in contact. They will re-kick off again very soon with a new team. The Venture Cafe Global Organization is looking forward to bringing that to everyone here in Rhode Island as well. With that being said, I don't want to say much because I'm going to talk again later and cry about how it's my last one. So I'm going to kick it off and hand it to Annette, who's the head of RIHub. And then we have a couple of special guests who will hopefully be here before we get to these wonderful pictures tonight.
Hey, everybody. Thank you, Amy. We love working with Amy and all the staff and team here. Welcome. I am Annette Tonti. I'm a serial entrepreneur here in Rhode Island of high-tech startups, which is actually a specialty. It's different than running sort of a local Main Street business because often those of us who are running these kind of businesses need capital. We need a certain kind of talent. We need a certain kind of place, et cetera. So we have a special focus at RIHub. If you haven't visited us yet or don't know much about us, we're actually right behind that door on the second floor and also at RIHub.org. And we are here to offer any of you that are doing high potential growth, high potential impact startups, a pathway by doing things like venture mentoring services. So we run RIHub VMS. Actually, the woman who runs it is here with us today. There she is, Mia. Basically what that is VMS actually came out of MIT. We licensed that model, that framework, and we've built a very strong group of mentors here. It's all free to you, the entrepreneurs. You get to set the agenda, you get to set the cadence of when you meet, but look us up, again, RIHub.org for venture mentoring services. We also offer a number of courses, such as customer discovery. We bring founders together, founders for founders, et cetera. But I wanted to mention tonight, very special, Rhode Island's Startup Week. First time ever, we all have a whole week dedicated to us, all of us. All right, so this is gonna happen October 18th through 22nd, so soon. So go to ristartupweek.com. And you will see, and by the way, it's Rhode Island Startup Week. It's not RIHub's, it's yours. It's Rhode Island Startup Week. We have Monday through Friday an enormous amount of events, most of them virtual, although there will be a showcase here that startups can actually be here and show their companies here. And there's one in Newport. So that one here is on Thursday, the 21st. And on the 22nd, we're moving things to Newport. We're trying to connect the state with Innovate Newport. So you'll see just a number of events starting with 9 o'clock on Monday. There's free clinics with legal teams that deal with intellectual property and general legal. There's a blockchain event, lots of great stuff. So please take a look. That's why I'm here to tell you this tonight. And it's great to see all of you. It is weird being in front of this many people. But thank you for being here, and we're looking forward to seeing you October 18th through 22nd. Thank you.
Thank you, Annette. We have a special guest tonight, the mayor of Providence, Jorge Elorza.
Thank you, Adam. I have a very, very special guest, little Omar Elorza, who's joining me here today. Omar was just having a moment outside. Those of you with young children, I think, know exactly what I'm talking about. But good evening, everybody. It really is great to see a packed room today. And it really speaks to the excitement and the energy around the startup scene here in Providence. I want to thank Adam. I want to thank Adam for inviting me, for bringing us together, for being a champion and a leader for the startup world here in Providence. I want to thank all of the people who organized the event and played an important role in making it happen. Great to see you, Annette. Thank you, to folks here at CIC for hosting us, et cetera. So I want to be so bold, if I can humbly just offer some thoughts that may serve as helpful advice and guidance as you embark on on your own separate and collective journeys. So some of you know my story. My parents are immigrants who came from Guatemala. They came here in the 1970s. They came here fleeing persecution. There was a civil war that was pushing closer and closer into the capital city, forcing a lot of people in my parents' generation to flee. So they came to the United States with no formal education. My dad, 4th grade, my mom, 7th grade. They came here without, a cent in their pocket, but they came here with a spirit to overcome any challenge and any obstacle that is unmatched. And, we grew up poor. My family, we struggled just like so many other families. But I want to tell you about the inspiration in my life, my mom. My mom worked her entire life second shift in a factory. In fact, some of you may know Rising Sun Mills. Right? That used to be a polyester company called United Products. My mom worked there for 20 plus years. She'd come home at about 2 o'clock every morning. She'd wake up early. In our 2nd floor apartment on Cranston Street, she ran a daycare. She did that during the day till it was time to go to work. On weekends, she didn't rest. On Saturdays, we'd go around the neighborhood picking up bottles and cans, empty bottles and cans for the recycling deposit money. And on Sundays, we'd go to the flea market. My mom would buy curtains, and then we would drive around the neighborhood selling them. So my mom never thought of herself as a business person. She never thought of herself as an entrepreneur. But I can tell you, my mom hustled like nobody's business. And perhaps in a different world, in a different time, my mom would have been part of an initiative like this. My mom, who had an idea, had certainly the spirit and the hustle, the grit and determination to overcome, might have had these kinds of opportunities. So my story that I'm relating to you, and hopefully the nugget from my story that I hope you take and it may be helpful to you, is that as you found your businesses and as you grow your companies, you're going to be in a position to make really important decisions, not just for yourselves, but also for others. And I want you to know that there are countless numbers of Jorge's moms out there that if just given the chance and just given the right opportunity, oh my goodness, they're going to be world beaters. And, in this time where it's so important to, approach our work with, an equity lens, a commitment to diversity and inclusion, with the amazing freedoms and the opportunities that we have, we also have a responsibility to be a part of something bigger than ourselves. And I think that that's probably something that unites every single one of you. Look, we all want to be successful. We all want to do well. But that's not enough in our world. What do you want to amass the most chips and be buried with them? That's nobody's goal in life. We want to make a real difference in our worlds. So I know that this is already part of the ethos here in this community. And I look forward to working with you and supporting you in any way so that we can all create something much bigger than the sum of our parts. And I'm also so glad that you're choosing to do it right here in Providence. Over the past decade, the city of Providence has really gone through something incredible. The census data just came out. It turns out that we grew from a city of 178,000 to over 190,000 over the last 10 years. That's the largest 10-year growth in the city's history since the 1930s. So Providence is going through a moment, right? I think you all see it in the rise in rent prices, the rise in housing prices. Now, there are some drawbacks to this, of course, but there are definitely some benefits, right? The magic or the secret sauce behind all the work that we do are the random interactions when there's vibrancy, when there's foot traffic, and random atoms collide. That's when the magic happens and new ideas are sparked. So Providence is in the middle of this very important moment. And I say this to anyone who will listen, that Providence is probably the best place in the world to live if you have a job. So that's all of our tasks here and on into the future. We got everything going for us. We have an amazing city. We have all the cultural amenities that you can ask for. We punch way above our weight on so many different measures. The last piece that's missing is this business, entrepreneurial, job creating energy that I know is ready to bust out, but it's going to take a lot of energy and effort. So I thank you all for launching yourselves, putting yourselves out there as part of this process. You are integral to the city's present and the city's future. And by keeping that ethos that has brought you here and that's already inculcated as part of this group, I think that we can do amazing things here in the city of Providence and beyond. So thank you for having me. Congratulations with these steps that you're taking. And I look forward to seeing you all do so good and do well at the same time. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mayor. I appreciate it. I took a lot away from that. And now, if you can hear us, I know he's just about ready. We have the Secretary of Commerce of the state of Rhode Island, Stephen Pryor, everyone.
Thank you, Adam. Oh my gosh, Adam, I actually feel like we've known each other our whole professional lives. I feel like I've watched, what I really want to say is I feel like I've watched you since you were a baby, but it's amazing seeing what Pangea is doing and everything that you've accomplished, from multiple ideas to settling an idea to rocking and rolling. And look at this event. Oh my God, it's incredible. And in your presence, the mayor of our city, Mayor Elorza, who's phenomenal and such a great friend and ally. And we're so proud of all he's done to stabilize our city, to create an ecosystem that's great for business, to see development occurring everywhere, and to care about entrepreneurs, and to care about ensuring that all of our communities are involved in entrepreneurship. Here's the youngest entrepreneur of all. Amazing. So thank you, Mayor. Adam, you're a phenom, and I'm so grateful to Toonie. Where's Toonie? God bless you for your incredible work with Venture Café. Incredible, and the whole team. And we know much more is in store in this building and beyond this building. It's incredible to see what we've fostered within this complex. Annette, where are you? Annette, with RIHub. Everyone in here know about RIHub? Okay, almost everyone. So RIHub is, as you probably have heard vaguely or specifically about, it wraps, Annette, thanks to your work, Brown and IBM AlphaZone, which is an Israeli outpost for IBM, brought back to the US, where? Providence, Rhode Island, here at this building, and many, many more partners. URI, Essential, our flagship state university. If you need a landing place and you're thinking about it and Adam says it's okay, please consider RIHub. First of all, listen to Adam, please, because he's really getting it done. But I'm the Secretary of Commerce for the state. We are a proud investor in this building. We deliberately and specifically and enthusiastically invested tens of millions of dollars in this complex. Recruited CIC, recruited Johnson & Johnson for its presence here. We hope that COVID lets even more J&Jers get back in the building, and envisioned that this could become an innovation district, and you're the reason why. So you're the reason why then Governor Raimondo's vision, Mayor Elorza's vision, now Governor McKee's vision is coming to life. And I don't want to just praise everyone up here, I want to offer you tools too. And what I want to say to you all, including Dave Maturano, I'm so glad to see him in this house, who can get almost any venture done. So many marvelous people in this room. What I want to say to you is, we have an infrastructure of support here that can help you. Innovation vouchers. What are they? The state of Rhode Island offers to entrepreneurs, if you have a specific product you're trying to bring to market, or a product or service you're trying to evolve, and you need a university partner like Annette's own partners at Brown and URI, and for that matter, RISD and Johnson & Wales and PC and you name it, then we can pay the bill up to $50,000 a pop for an individual project. Check it out. Look at commerceri.com and we can make that happen. We have small business loans. We have the Small Business Assistance Program, Rhode Island's first in-memory lending program for small businesses, meaning we don't think we ever had one before. Shameful that that was, we do. And we're on to hundreds of loans, majority to women-owned and minority-owned ventures in our state. We're very proud of that. We have a half dozen community lenders who get it done. And frankly, we're recapitalizing because if you've heard about a great big project in Johnston, Rhode Island, Amazon, one of the largest centers they'll build in the country, the largest single facility in Rhode Island history, 3.8 million square feet. In doing that deal, we asked that they recapitalize our small business loan fund. So Amazon, yes, you heard that right, is helping to support small businesses in Rhode Island through that negotiation. So there's money out there for you. So there's vouchers, there's small business loans, and there's technical assistance in various forms. There's the venture mentoring service, there's RIHub itself, and there's technical assistance available. So I'm giving you a taste of what's possible, but talk to Adam, talk to Annette, talk to Toonie. They'll tell you how to find us, or try commerceri.com. I'm gonna hang around for a few minutes more, but we're so excited that you're here. And the last thing I'm gonna say to you is, in case you're wondering even 1% if this is the right place to do all this phenomenal work, we know there's temptations up and down the Amtrak corridor. You are in the right place. Let me answer the question for you. You should breathe a sigh of relief. And here's why I tell you that. Coming out of COVID, Rhode Island is leading the way for the entire region on our economic comeback. Moody's ranks the 50 states, on who's got the strongest economic recovery on their back to normal index. Rhode Island ranks number 5 in the whole country, number 1 in the entire Northeast. By the way, Massachusetts is 46th. New York is 50th. In case you're wondering, is it close? Rhode Island is raging out of the recovery. Now, there's tons of needs still, and there are businesses that are struggling, but Rhode Island has implemented some of the strongest and most sensible public health measures. We never shut down construction or manufacturing, which is why the Aloft Hotel is nearly done instead of sitting dormant in this district. And we've kept supports in place for small businesses so you all can thrive. So reach out to us. Let us know how you can get it done. Oh my God, and Chris Parisi is here from the Small Business Coalition, who is one of the leading advocates and resources for small businesses in the whole state. That man rocks. So thank you so much for being here. Mayor, it's an honor to be here with you, and have a great day.
Thank you, Stefan. Hello, everyone. My name is Adam. I'm one of the co-founders of Pangea.app. We are running a little bit behind schedule, so I could tell you that Rhode Island is going to be the next entrepreneurial powerhouse, but tonight we're going to show you. I'll start with me since I'm asking everyone else to do the same. Pangea.app is the largest college freelance platform. We help college students find online freelance work that they can do from anywhere across the country. We started at Brown, and we are now at more than 1,300 colleges and campuses across the US and Canada. Our team is primarily Rhode Island born. We have team members from Brown, from RISD, from Bryant, from Johnson & Wales, and our newest full-time team member actually went to Wharton and just moved to Rhode Island. We all work full-time in an office up at the Hope Artiste Village. Since pivoting in 2019, we've done more than $600,000 in transactions on our platform. That's dollars into students' pockets. And with a 20% cut of all the transactions that happen on our marketplace, this is a $20 billion market opportunity for us, and we're incredibly proud to be doing it right here in Rhode Island. Without further ado, it is time for the show. Brad, do you remember your job? There we go.
I think I got it.
First up, Aerogami.
Awesome.
Woo!
Aerogami is a no-code mobile app development platform helping duty of care companies fulfill their obligation to their customers. Our no-code approach And our proprietary mobile platform allows our partners to automate their fulfillment service and deliver a direct mobile gateway to their products right to their customer's inbox. All they have to do is scan a QR code to activate it. What's our secret? A user never has to visit an app store to utilize our platform. Why would you go this route? Well, for our partners, mobile applications traditionally result in low transactions and low user engagement. So far this year, we've worked with partners in the insurance sector, travel risk management space, and even medical retiree benefits. And they've trusted us to deliver their content to over 79,000 customers so far and counting. Where do we see this going? Well, the travel insurance space alone for us at 45 cents per transaction is a $30 million per year market for us. And that's just the beginning, because what we're attacking is a process. Because many of these sectors have been left out of the mobile first development movement, they don't have an answer when their customers are asking for a mobile gateway. We plan to be that gateway for them and make it easier for customers to get help and get access to the services they purchased. So that's why, whatever it is, deliver it with Aerogami. And tonight, we're looking for help with more introductions into the insurance space and brokerage service. And we're also looking for help from designers to help optimize our platform and push the limits of what we're able to do. Thank you so much for your time and attention. And I look forward to seeing you after the pitch.
Thank you, Brad. Pass the mic off. Next up, Avendly.
Hi, I'm Peter from Avendly, and I'm a roboticist. And this is a MixiBot home cocktail machine. Now, those of you who know me might be asking, why is such a roboticist as myself building home cocktail machines? Well, it's because Marriott fired 57% of their bartenders during the pandemic. You know what a lot of those people did? They reskilled. You might have heard of the pandemic labor shortages. Well, this is not just a pandemic thing. This is a structural thing. It is starting to happen because of demographic shifts as well. And the answer for most countries who've been through this is automation and robotics. So if you want to see vending robots built in Onlyville, okay, you should support us in our Kickstarter for the MixiBot. And does anyone want to win a free MixiBot? Okay, if you do, you should go to the avendly.com site and give us your email so we can spread the word when the Kickstarter starts. At the beginning of the Kickstarter, we'll do a drawing for a free MixiBot. If you have any other questions, know people with convertible notes, safes, want to help with design or videos, please come see me after the event.
Thank you, Avendly. Next up, Cam.
All right. Hey, everyone. My name is Michael Fornell. I'm graduating Bryant University in May, and I'm going to have a degree in data science. All right. So over 70% of all the I think it's 18 billion today, all $18 billion in cryptocurrency on the Binance exchange, 70% of it has been algorithmic. So algorithms have access to many more trading opportunities than traditional retail traders, and they have market agnostic strategies that allow them to trade better than and when the market's up or down. However, many people don't have access to these algorithms because either they don't have the capital to gain these algorithms or they don't have the technical skill to run these algorithms. My solution to this is CAM. CAM, or cryptocurrency algorithm marketplace, allows anyone to invest in community-built cryptocurrency trading algorithms that pay you weekly on their weekly gains, and they allow investors to mitigate the risks of the volatility of cryptocurrency and allow them to maximize their gains during bull cycles. So I have my white, it also allows for developers to earn passive income that's compounding weekly. I have my white paper written and I have some here to pass out, but for the people online, it's going to be published on camlabs.org in the next coming weeks. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Cam. Pass the mic to DogFrens.
Hi, everyone. I'm Michaela Antunes. I'm the founder of DogFrens, the social app for dogs and dog lovers. As a new dog owner, adopter for one of the thousands of pandemic puppies, our puppy Hazel, I found it very difficult to find playmates for her to match her rambunctious style. She's right here, and her personality. And then when she would meet a dog at a dog park, connecting with that dog's owner is always super awkward. They're playing really well together. I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, do I give him my phone number? Do we meet up on Facebook? I don't want to know his political stance. Like, I don't want to do it. So I'm like, I wish there was a way to just be like, hey, are you on this app? Can we arrange a play date? And that's where DogFrens was born. I talked to a lot of other pet owners who go through the same exact problem. So I am here to solve it. With DogFrens, you can create a profile for your dog, find dogs in your area that match your dog's personality and play style, schedule meetups, and then also, aside from socializing your dog, as I'm sure all dog parents in the room know, adopting a dog or bringing a dog into your life it's really complicated. It's not as easy as it looks. And sometimes you need extra socialization yourself and support around that. So we've got online user communities from every topic that you are interested in, from training to specific breed groups, to dogs with disabilities, service animals, and even grief support, all in one app, plus an online directory of dog-friendly businesses, service providers, and specialists, and retailers, brands, all in one trusted place where you can find everything you need to be the best dog parent you can be and give your dog the very best life that they deserve. We are launching in March, and we're going to launch right here in Providence. Me and my co-founders were all Rhode Island born and raised. Our app developer is as well, and we want to keep it local. So thankfully to RIHub, we're located right here in this building. Right now, as of now, we're looking for just to connect with any other founders or teams that have worked on apps and have brought an app to market. That's the place where I'd love to kind of connect around. And if you have a dog and have some ideas for our app, meet me after the pitches. I'd love to talk with you. Thanks.
Thank you. Next up, Earmy? Earmy.
Aermy. So Aermy. There you go.
Earmy.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Sean. I am the undocumented founder of Aermy, and we are equity crowdfunding for options trading. And we help Gen Z retail traders invest in options contracts more affordably. From 2019 to 2020, there was a 39% increase in options trading volume worldwide. And I'm not thanking a global pandemic here, I'm surely not. But with these statistics, by 2025, it is projected that there will be over 30 billion contracts traded annually worldwide. And how does Aermy solve this problem of all these retail traders losing money? We co-invest with each other on the platform to make options trading contracts more affordable. We are currently in an MVP right now, and we are seeking possibly another founder, a co-founder, and some designers.
Great job. The next one's actually going to be Greenchoice. This one's going to be quick, just real quick. Hang tight. Greenchoice. Galen couldn't make it tonight. He sent me a slide and a couple of notes and asked me to tell you about it. So Greenchoice is a grocery marketplace and search engine for conscientious consumers with dietary needs. There are more than 37 million adults between the ages of 18 and 34 who want to shop conscientiously, yet have no easy way to know which products are best for them and the planet. Greenchoice has built a patent-pending natural language processing-based research engine that analyzes publicly available data to evaluate, rate, and recommend brands. Since launching, they built a database of more than 360,000 products, were named Google's top 3 best apps for good, and they've been growing 20% month over month to more than 30,000 active users. Galen can't make it tonight because he's currently in California. Galen is in California because he just secured a new CTO. That new CTO was the 10th employee at MySpace and recently worked at a startup that went from pre-seed to IPO. They've raised more than $400,000 to date and are in the middle of raising $1.5 million pre-seed round with $200,000 already committed. Greenchoice. Next up, Hoppz.
Thanks, Adam. Hi, everyone. Thank you guys so much for coming. So 110,000. That's the number of bars and restaurants that closed in 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Thousands of these small businesses are attempting to be a part of a overall marketplace that always has lagged behind technology, and that's the nightlife industry. My name is Jack Sahady. I'm the founding member of Hoppz, a startup and iOS application that aims to reinvigorate the nightlife industry by directly connecting bar owners to bar goers and bar goers to each other. So our platform provides a dual-sided marketplace that harnesses geofencing technology that allows for individuals to plan their night out. They're able to see exactly where their friends are, and they're able to, and on its establishment sides, they're able to streamline the connectivity platform for both data information as well as connecting. For establishments, we are transforming the ability for establishments to promote from a more static approach to a more flexible approach by allowing them to change their promotion abilities based off of the slow nights and increase their potential revenue efficiencies. So since we founded in August 27th, we've welcomed over 1,300 new users onto the platform and 6 unique bars just in Providence alone. So we've been able to do this over the last few months due to our creative go-to-market strategy that has really been able to secure our test market right here in Providence, Rhode Island. So over the next 3 to 5 years, we're really hoping to draw revenue from a multitude of places. This being, for example, subscription-based recurring revenue, data solutions and information, and third-party connectivity and real information. I encourage you all to download Hoppz and definitely follow us on LinkedIn to check up with your future nightlife concierge. Thank you for your time.
You know, it's a PC-based startup when they have Irish Social Club as the example. Next up, Evan Jackson from Intus Care.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. Come on, stay with me. I know it's late in the day, but stay with me. First of all, thank you, Adam, for putting this incredible event together. We all know how important the entrepreneurship space here in Providence is. My name is Evan Jackson. I'm a co-founder of Intus Care, a healthcare data analytics platform helping long-term care organizations or elderly care organizations synthesize their data to identify trends in patients so that they can predict and prevent adverse health events. We were founded by 4 Brown University students. I'm joined here with my amazing team in the back. If we could give them a round of applause. So what a lot of people don't know is that around 40% of hospitalizations, especially in the elderly community, are preventable. And so what we do is we take their data, we ingest their electronic health record data, their claims data, their financial data, really you name it, we ingest it into our system. And we help them to identify trends, especially in patients that are coming up on upcoming hospitalization events. Really, this allows their teams to get in front of these events with preventative care services, keep their patients out of the hospital, save money, improve patient lives, and overall make the world a better place. So that's what we do. Started off as a concept, and once again with the 4 students. I'm now serving thousands of patients across the country. We recently finished up our second round of funding, have now raised just over $2 million in funds to date. We'll be looking to open up our next round soon. So thank you for having me. Once again, thank you, Adam. It's a pleasure.
Thank you, Evan. Next up, Jaia?
Ian.
No, the name of the company.
Jaia.
Jaia Robotics, everyone.
I think for most of the people in this room that what we are doing will be pretty interesting. Climate change is going to really affect the ocean state. It is spiraling out of control. The UN issued a code red for humanity. It is listed as one of the top 4 risks to our nation's security. This is real. Jaia Robotics is not going to stop climate change. What Jaia Robotics can do is provide more and more data at scale to feed the models that can predict what climate change is going to do. And I look at the mayor and the other folks out there and his daughter, Omar. We have to do something, but we have to know what to do. And prediction is going to be key to understanding where we prioritize our nations and our global funds and resources to address that. How do we do that? We've got these really frigging cool robots that go fast as hell across the surface and dive down to 100 meters, covering large areas, producing data at scale that can feed those models. The market for environmental monitoring in 2026 is forecast to be $26 billion. We've got customers in the US Geological Survey, the US Navy, the US Army Corps of Engineers, and right now where I need help most, which is why I'm going to reach out to you guys, I need help to penetrate the environmental market. So if there's anybody here that can help with that market, I'll be around afterwards to share a beer or a glass of wine. Thank you. Jaia Robotics.
Thank you, Ian. And before Master Money, I have LabSnap. Diane is not here. She sent me a slide. She didn't give me any notes though. So I'll tell you what I know. She's here like every Thursday. She's awesome. She's been working on LabSnap, which is about serving disability folks with better products. She recently opened up a crowdfunding round. So for those of you looking for help with crowdfunding, she knows how to do it. She recently won a pitch event up in Boston, I believe, Boston Seed. Toonie, you know what it was. She won a grant. Seed, she was the top winner. And I believe is she a Brown alum? She's a Brown alum. She's awesome. She can't be here tonight, but you should totally keep an eye out for them in the ecosystem. They're going to do awesome things. LabSnap. Next up is going to be Master Money. Jennifer.
Thank you. So your credit score, your balance on your bank account, and your net worth. These are all numbers that are designed to tell you who you are and what you're worth. The world is really good at giving you a number and saying that's what you are. It's also really good at selling you financial advice and insurance products. What it's not good at is helping you elevate above these numbers and to actually achieve financial wellness and financial independence. I know because I came from the financial world, you can probably tell you still have the wardrobe. When it comes to these things, what we need isn't a business mind, but an educator's heart. What we need is a process that recognizes that each one of you is unique and has a unique situation. Right? You are not just a number. You are a founder. You are an entrepreneur. You are a dreamer. You are the head of your household. You are amazing. And you deserve better than what the world has right now. And that's why Master Money helps people do that by speaking to people individually, one-on-one, as the awesome humans they are, and helps them recognize what's your best next step without any sales or products, pure information and education for the masses. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. Amazing. Next up, Mockingbird.
Hi, everyone. Jewel Milder. So Mockingbird is on a mission to give time back to clinicians. Clinicians only spend about 30% of their time with patients, and the other 70% of their time is spent on administrative tasks. This is a leading cause of burnout in providers, and the pandemic has only exacerbated this. One of these administrative tasks for clinicians is managing their medical licenses. Usually there are multiple licenses and certifications that one clinician has to maintain. To do this, they need to do continuing education. Mockingbird automates the entire continuing education process so clinicians can focus on patients instead of more paperwork. Today, we have 1,000 users on our platform and 10,000 more in the final stages of piloting. Mockingbird's serviceable addressable market is 10 million healthcare clinicians in the US, and our vision is to expand into other industries in the future. Non-compliance is not just a risk for individual clinicians, but it's just as important for healthcare organizations to take control of compliance. To all the healthcare providers out there, you take care of patients and we take care of you. So if you know any healthcare providers in the industry, ask them how they manage their continuing education and let them know there's a simpler way. Tell them about Mockingbird.
Go talk to Intus Care. Next up, my friend Gary, representing Johnson & Wales University, NXTGEN Moving.
Hey guys, thank you for having me. My name is Gary Evans, CEO and founder of NXTGEN Moving. Actually, I want to start out by asking you a question. Have you ever tried to move before and you didn't have a reliable source of transportation? Or a friend cancels on you at the very last minute? Well, I definitely ran into those problems during my time at Johnson & Wales. So here at NXTGEN Moving, we're creating a mobile app platform which enables you to book a move either to your next apartment or dorm and get an instant price quote. Focusing primarily on the college market, this enables the 78,000 college students in Rhode Island to have access to a reliable moving service. With no direct competition, students are stuck with either having to pay for a U-Haul or having to pay outrageous prices with a traditional moving service. My team currently consists of 3 additional co-founders, including myself, and we're currently figuring out the last steps we need to test our product before it goes live. I'm super excited to bring this product and very innovative service to Providence. Again, my name is Gary Evans, CEO and founder of NXTGEN Moving. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. Next up, someone very special, Francesca from Omena, representing Brown University. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, everyone. My name is Francesca Robinson, and I'm the founder of Omena. Omena is a Rhode Island startup, nonprofit, and we are promoting social emotional learning to break the cycle of emotional abuse. Why emotional abuse? Well, I realized that emotional abuse is something, a pandemic that people don't usually talk about and that people don't recognize. It is repeated belittlement, negative criticism, put down, control, manipulation, invalidation of emotions, and we've all experienced it in a way or another. And according to the WHO, up to 1 billion children worldwide have experienced emotional abuse in the last year. And this is just the number in the household. It can happen in any settings and relationships in our lives, at work, in the friendship, romantic relationship, and in our community at large. What we do at Omena is that we raise awareness, first of all, around this issue. We talk about the consequences that this can lead in terms of putting people's sense of identity, dignity, mental health, and how it is degrading our nation's human capital and also our economy, because there is a cost to emotional abuse. And in the United States alone, the cost of emotional abuse can go up to $124 billion. Our second approach is to provide a training to youth and young adults. We are educating them on the systems of oppression that are perpetuating the cycle of abuse. And we are providing them with the social emotional tools to recognize their emotions, to build empathy, to stand up for themselves and to stand up for others as well, and build healthier relationships and communities. And so far, we have been able to train 100 volunteers, and in turn, they have impacted over 700 students in their communities. And we are excited to go on with this momentum. Thank you so much.
Belle of the ball, Pointz, who is in the Providence Business News this morning. Welcome.
Hey everyone, my name is Maggie Bockenberg. I'm one of the co-founders at Pointz, and we're making mapping for micromobility safer and more accessible by routing people on lower stretch streets. So obviously, if you've ever ridden a bike or a scooter in Providence or in a city in America, you know that it can be pretty scary. Or if you've been driving alongside them, you're probably pretty nervous about what their next new move is going to be. And so we're trying to route them on more residential streets and streets with protected bike lanes. You can kind of think of us as Waze, but for bikes and scooters. Yeah, and so there are over 110 million micromobility riders in the US and 500,000 plus injuries related to accidents every year. In terms of some traction, we recently launched our private beta in about 62 cities and towns. Providence was, of course, our pilot city. And we are we have some students from Brown working on the team, and then we have someone from BC and RISD. And so if you'd like to help us test out our beta app, you can sign up right here. And we're going to be launching on the App Store in November. So you can keep an eye out for that then. Thank you.
That student from BC was our former intern. So Pangea people really building out, and congrats on the pre-seed round you announced today. Good job. Next up, Popup Rhody. Woo!
Hi, everyone. I'm Joe. I founded Popup Rhody, and Popup Rhody is Airbnb for pop-ups, right? It's really simple. Sorry about that. Yes, is that better? So rather than listing rooms for rent on Popup Rhody, businesses list space for pop-ups, right? So it's a really simple formula, right? If you have space, right, you go to Popup Rhody and you create an account and you list it. And then if you need space, you go to Popup Rhody and you look at all the listings and you find one and you sign up, right? And then you go and you create something spectacular and fun and dynamic in that space. So over the summer, a property owner in the Peerless building, right, Rhode Island, listed space. Solita, an amazing skincare company here in Rhode Island, signed up, took over the space, and I don't know if you guys went, but just created this amazing, amazing marketplace, Solita Summer. So that's it, super simple, Airbnb for pop-ups. And my ask is, if you have space or you know anyone with space, come and talk to me. I'm more than happy to help you list the space. And also, if you're looking for space because you've got a great food product or jewelry, or you want to do a meeting, or you want to do an event, or you want to do a photo shoot, and you're looking for a great space, please come and talk to me. That's it. Popup Rhody.
Love the energy. Next up, my man, my friend, William Gasner with Stack Influence.
How's it going, everyone? My name is William Gasner, and I'm the co-founder and CMO of Stack Influence. Let me give you a little history of my co-founders and I. So we've been e-commerce sellers for the past decade. And through all of our ventures, we struggled with promoting our products and raising brand awareness. There's 12 million other sellers in the exact same boat. We decided to solve our own problems by building Stack Influence, which is a marketplace platform that matches and manages brands with online e-commerce sellers and a new type of social media user that we call a consumer influencer. So you may ask, what is a consumer influencer? So this new type of influencer is a social media user who's willing to promote a product in exchange, or promote a brand in exchange for only a product without any monetary compensation. So in essence, they're a real consumer of a brand. They're 3 times more trusted than online ads. They produce, or 2 times more trusted than online ads, produce 3.2 times higher ROI than larger paid influencers. And they save brands $10 for every 1,000 followers a social media user has. So in the past year, we 5x'd our growth, doing 521,000 in net revenue and 1.1 million in marketplace GMV. And we've also accumulated a database of more than 17 million consumer influencers on the Instagram platform. After being bootstrapped for 3 years, we've now decided to raise $1 million seed round. And we've so far raised, with hard commitments, 718,000. And we're building a world where creativity is the new currency. Thank you.
Woo! Well, next up, my other friend, Pat Brown.
Yes.
Surv.
And hey, before I start, I just want to say, I'm sure everyone in this room knows Adam, loves Adam, but love you, man. I appreciate your heart for not just people, but for entrepreneurs in the city and all that you're doing. So thank you for being an amazing guy and putting this on. So thank you. Cool. So Surv, formerly Rent Sons, is a membership platform that enables seniors to age at home. We pair value-driven young adults with older homeowners to complete their honey-do list on a monthly basis. For homeowners and their kids, we become their trusted relationship so they can safely age in place. And insurance companies are actually starting to pick up the bill because they see the medical benefit. We're on track for $2.3 million in GMV with 1.2 million net revenue and growing 90% year over year, all while maintaining an 86 NPS score. With an average take rate of $750 a year and 65 million Americans planning to age in place by 2030, our total addressable market is $48 billion. By 2030, 1/5 of America will be 65 plus, and we're capturing new neighbors, as we like to call them, and growing old with them. There's 3 times more new business registrations this year than there were the year before. So we're packaged this into a business in a box and are partnering with entrepreneurs to bring Surv to their local community, as we have successfully already done in 14 communities around the East Coast. We're Surv, and we're on a mission to build stronger communities through service by meeting the needs, elevating young adults, and bridging social gaps. We're in the process of closing out our seed round right now, and we're looking for a CEO to run the business. I like the operation side a little bit more, a CTO, and yeah, investors that are interested in participating in the round. So, and also if you are looking for an amazing value add job, I will leave these cards at the bar so you can get these next year, next beer. So thank you.
Thank you, Pat. He also gives great surf lessons too. Next up, from Newport as well, represented tonight, Symbol of Love. We've got John, and I'm going to push this forward for you.
Adam, thank you very much for inviting me, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for having me. Symbol of Love is a precious metal jewelry company made in the state of Rhode Island and only in the state of Rhode Island. I'm from here. I was born here. I grew up here. Also, I contacted a girl from Rhode Island School of Design who helped me conceive the first piece of Symbol of Love. And from that point on, Symbol of Love was born. Please feel free when you're done to take a look at part of the collection. It's not all here because we only have a certain amount of time. So, but I brought, some stuff for everyone to look at. Besides all of that, it is trademarked by the United States Trademark and Patent Office, and all the pieces are copyrighted. Last night, about 9 o'clock, I just got the word that I was accepted into the Walmart family. And
let's go. Walton's doing something good.
And with all of that good news, they sent me a thank you letter this morning. So that was the good news I could bring tonight. So thank you very much for having me, and enjoy.
Congrats, John. Next up, Tempta. Like that name.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ben Obishan. My partner is Jordan Elser here behind the tech. And our company is TemptaBrew. So microbreweries and wineries come to us when they want to give their community more value. We do this by providing them with a platform where they can create and issue unique and useful digital collectibles, which will grow their community and, through giving their community themselves value. So these digital collectibles, otherwise known as NFTs, have real world utility. So what this means is maybe just by holding this NFT every single time you go to the brewery, you could get a complimentary beer or wine. From holding the NFT, you could get 25% off all the merchandise in their shop. Or maybe you'll get to share an afternoon with the founder and also get complimentary drinks once a year. This is low risk for the breweries and wineries because they don't actually have to allocate a lot of resources. We kind of take care of everything. We just need to license their brand. And there's a recurring royalty revenue feature, which is probably the best part. It's how we make money. It's how they're going to make money. And so built into the code, every single time one of these NFTs is resold secondary, we get a percentage of the resale that it sells for, which is determined by the people themselves, by the market value. And the winery or brewery also gets a portion of that. We are currently seeking $75,000 to build our MVP. Thank you, everyone. I look forward to connecting.
Go find my co-founder and CTO, John, after the show. He makes more money on NFTs than Pangea. Next up, oh, you didn't make it up front. Oh, there you are. All right. N95 Mask Preserver. Let's go.
Hey guys, you're not on an episode of VR. I am a real live VR nurse. Thank you for having me. So my name is Tim Aurelio. I'm the creator of the N95 Mask Preserver. So last year with COVID in July, I noticed that our N95 masks were getting crushed. And when we put them on our face, they're form fitted to protect a seal around our face. And if that mask is crushed or damaged in any way, it does not offer the protection that we need to protect us from COVID or any other airborne diseases. So I went home, I put a couple of sketches together. I found a manufacturer right here in Massachusetts that will manufacture my N95 Mask Preserver. So medical grade polypropylene, the same plastic that's used to make our syringes in the hospital. Affordable, portable, safe, durable. It's antimicrobial, antifungal, anti-mold, and anti-mildew. So if I can demonstrate, our masks come like this. And if they're crushed and they don't fit your face, they don't protect us from COVID. So we put them in our mask preserver and it seals them up nice and tight, form fitted,
It's plastic, durable, biodegradable, good for the environment. So our masks come in a brown paper bag. This is replacing our brown paper bag. The brown paper bag does not work. It does not keep us protected. This keeps us protected. So I am here to seek anyone from Pangea app that can help me integrate. We've launched in April. We are in 28 states so far, selling globally with the help of Rhode Island Hub and Mask Challenge as a semi-finalist. I am so proud to be here. Thank you so much. N95maskpreserver.com.
Let's go. Casey, go find this man after the show. Go find this man after the show. Next up, Perseverance as hell. Lindsay with Wingspans has some exciting news for us tonight. Some great traction. Let's go.
Yes. Hi, my name is Lindsay and I'm the founder of Wingspans and I'm really excited to be here. Thank you, Adam, for putting this together. I've been pitching for about a year and this is the first time I've pitched not on Zoom. So this is very exciting. So Wingspans is a web-based platform that helps students learn about work through rich personal stories. And I love talking to people about what they do. So I'm gonna ask you a question that I'd love for you to think about. And that is, how did you figure out your career? And is it what you thought you would be doing in high school? So I've been talking to a lot of people about their jobs and how they ended up there. And according to all of my conversations and a recent study that came out by the Gates Foundation recently that reported the majority of people are unhappy at work. The system is broken. So the way that we're figuring out how we're going to spend the majority of our waking hours is not working. And I created Wingspans to help change this. So Wingspans, our objectives are to help students learn about the breadth of opportunities that are out there. We also want them to know what they're getting into when they go into a field. And lastly, we just want to change life outcomes through storytelling. So I have a great Adam story to tell you. We relaunched our platform last March. And I've been working furiously to sign up community colleges and colleges. And I would say in March, there were crickets. And in April, there were crickets. And then I spoke to Adam about messaging and my calendar blew up. And we now have 100,000 students using the platform starting this fall, which is really exciting. And we have partnerships with organizations, including the National Peace Corps Association. And we are founded in Providence, but we also have a lot of beautiful, rich Providence stories on our platform. We partnered, I saw Suli here, we partnered with PBS a few years ago to develop some stories, some videos with PBS. And I'm also really excited to have a few members of my team here, Brown students, Aaliyah James and Vanessa Sidor, and then our lead engineer, Alex Chiclana. Please stand up in the back or just say hello to them. We are currently, the reason why I'm really excited to talk to you tonight or this afternoon is because we're looking to partner with companies to help them catalyze their diversity and improve their talent pool. So if you have any connections to mid-size, large companies, please come and say hello and reach out. And also I encourage everybody to go to wingspans.com. Thank you.
Thank you, Lindsay. We are almost there. Brown University might revoke my degree if we go much longer. E-Lab pitches after this. Next up, Miles, one of our first Pangeans, Airetage.
Thank you, Adam, for the opportunity. Have you all ever considered the impact your clothing has on the environment? The fashion industry is notorious for its environmental damage. The industry is responsible for 8 to 10% of global carbon emissions. This number is expected to double by 2030 if no action is taken. 60% of all clothing is made with some form of plastic. Every time you launder these clothes, 700,000 particles of microplastics enter the waterways. I grew up in an eco-conscious household, always wearing hoodies. I wanted to create my own hoodie out of a sustainable material. I found hemp to be an exceptional alternative. Hemp has several unique advantages. It's antibacterial, moisture wicking, UV resistant, and softens with each wash. My company, Airetage, currently has its first prototype, and I'm wearing right now. The name comes from the long heritage that humanity has had with hemp. I'm currently a senior at Johnson & Wales University in the entrepreneurship program and will be graduating from that program in December. I'm looking to refine my prototype and build my network in the sustainable hemp and clothing industries. Thank you.
Go Miles. Nailed it. And finally, Andrew from Auxpad.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Miles. My name is Andrew Ding. I'm a computer science concentrator at Brown University, and we have built Auxpad. What is Auxpad? Auxpad is a note-taking tool. It all started when me and my co-founder were working on a previous startup project, and we were doing a lot of user interviews. User interviews, we type a lot of notes, but what we found is that it was very hard to talk to your users and also take notes at the same time. And we would be typing away furiously, but at the end of the day, we would still end up with a lot of missed key points. We talked to a lot of our friends and also some industry professionals, 40 of them. We wanted to see if they also had the same problems, and they did. Note-taking was hard. So we pivoted to improving note-taking. This eventually became Auxpad. What Auxpad does is that Auxpad captures your information with speech to text so that you can focus on the conversation. Instead of furiously typing away notes, scrambling, you can just click to paste transcription directly into your notes. And instead of trying to remember what was said in a meeting or a lecture, you can simply look at words on the screen. We've just launched our early access and product hunt, and we look forward to growing our user base. If you are someone who really wants to take better notes and you feel like Auxpad could be useful for your role or your industry, feel free to reach out to us at the end of this pitch. Thank you so much.
Good job, Andrew.
Thank you, Adam.
And for the final speaker of the night to wrap us out, Ashley from Innovation Studios.
Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I'm actually speaking because if you didn't know by all of the flyers, Innovation Studio actually has been running the Venture Cafe programming for the last year since we opened, as well as managing District Hall here in Providence. But tonight is our last night doing this, and we're going to be handing over the reins to another team who will be coming in a few months and handing over the space to CIC. So the space will still be open and be everything that you expect here, open 9 to 5 and doing events, but it would just be a different team here. And so I just want to take a moment to thank Jordan and Toonie and Amy, who have been here day and night since 2019. Also Kevin, who helped us open, who's here as well, and the rest of our team at Innovation Studio. But also I wanted to say to everybody, hello, because this is who we are now. We are not leaving Providence. We will have a space in CIC and we'll continue to offer great programs and pitch events and entrepreneurship workshops and small business support. And so as you leave, take some of our information, grab a sticker and remember us. We hope you continue to follow us on social media, as well as follow our emails and things like that. But thank you all again for being here.